He's Downton Abbey's no-nonsense butler, Mr. Carson, but this morning actor Jim Carson will be here to tell us about his new, very special role. Still to come on the programme, best known as Mr. Carson, Downton Abbey's favourite butler, Jim Carson. He's going to tell us why he's supporting an Olympic event which gives adults and children with intellectual disabilities the chance to go for gold. Oh, well, if you've missed Downton, look who we've got on the sofa. Everyone's favourite butler.
Although he didn't bring us any teas or coffees.
Oh, well, I looked after myself.
Quite right too. You don't have to worry about Downton anymore. Jim Carson, we're going to talk to him about a very special event coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Yeah, first time here's Andy with competition.
It's looking lovely at this
It's
time
good
of
this
year.
time, yeah. Don't overestimate Clacton on sea.
Laura hasn't mentioned that in the weather forecast.
I'm
Maybe
sure she
they're
will.
worried about an influx of tourists.
7 minutes, you wait. Laura's going to point out the sunshine on Essex coast. Right then, later on this summer, the Special Olympics will be taking place in Sheffield, when thousands of athletes with learning disabilities from all over Britain will compete at a national level.
And one of the ambassadors for what is going to be the UK's biggest event of this kind is Jim Carter. Known, of course, to all of us as Downton Abbey's Mr. Carson. I'm going to talk to Jim in just a moment, but first, many of the athletes will have fought hard to overcome tremendous difficulties to reach this level of competition. People like equestrian rider Georgina Matten. Here's her story.
My name's Georgina Mason. I'm a Special Olympic ambassador, but I also do horse riding. I've got learning disabilities. I was being bullied. At the time I was going through more assessments than I could handle at the time. I went through a stage of not wanting to do things, so I didn't really go out in public. When I was age 5, I drove my dad to the stables. That's how I started. Spent half the time trying to stay on the pony or stay upright and not lose my balance.
We didn't know at the time how important it was. We're not horsey people, and she just loved being with the horses.
I gradually got myself hooked on it. So I did one competition, and from there onwards I built up what I wanted to do. I got 3 gold medals and some other medals, but the main ones from Los Angeles, the 3 gold.
For Georgina, Special Olympics has raised her up to heights we never thought were possible.
Incredible Georgina Mason there with her gold medals. We're joined now by Jim Carter, you saw on the way into the film. Now, Jim, you've become involved with the Special Olympics. GB is one of their ambassadors, haven't they?
That's right, yes. I mean, I've met Georgina. She's an amazing girl because when she first became involved with the Special Olympics, she barely had a voice. She didn't have the confidence to talk. So to hear her talking like that, so fluently about what it's given to her is a wonderful thing. And she came along to one of our fundraisers and was extremely forceful in getting people to buy raffle tickets, which shows great confidence. That's the confidence that being involved can give you, you know.
Yeah, because fundraising is tough. You need to be quite a tough cookie.
Absolutely. I mean, I got involved with the Special Olympics through fundraising because a very good friend of mine's on the board there, and we were talking about it. And I said, well, come on, surely Downton Abbey can do something to help here. So we held an event, and I think 13 of the cast members turned up, and we had the big gala dinner and the raffle at the auction, and I think made about £150,000 in a night, which is wonderful. And since then, I've done a couple more fundraisers for them, and they were kind enough to ask me to be an ambassador. So although I've got no personal connection, no family members who have some special needs or intellectual impairments, it just seems like such a great thing to do.
So for people who don't know, it's the UK's biggest multi-sport event for athletes with intellectual disabilities, but what sort of range of disabilities and what sort of events are going to be going on?
Well, the first thing is, it's different from the Paralympics. Everyone knows a lot about the Paralympics because it's so much involved with the Olympics. But the Special Olympics is for people with intellectual impairments. So that's what we should call in schools probably special needs. So that could be autism, it could be Down syndrome, it could be a whole range of things that affect your mind and your ability to learn, to join in, to socialise, really. So Special Olympics they've got clubs all over the country. Go on the website, Special Olympics GB, you'll find a club near you, offer the whole range of sports from athletics, horse riding, badminton, basketball, all sorts of things. 28 different sports, I think, are offered. And the great thing is, if you've got, say you're on the autistic spectrum, you're probably quite isolated, you know, you can get bullied at school, you can feel lonely. And for the parents, it's very isolating and very emotionally demanding. So this gives you a way to join in, to make those youngsters, not just youngsters and older people, a chance to join in, to feel good about themselves, to get healthy. And it develops that community thing of mum and dad joining in. And I've got luckily a daughter with no impairments, but in our calendar, sports day was the red letter day. That's the day you loved, the kids were having a great time, mums and dads were joining in. And this is an opportunity for people to join in, join the Special Olympics community and feel good about yourself, really, and the event in Sheffield in August, I mean, if anybody gets a chance to come along, please do. It's going to be a big event, a big opening ceremony at Sheffield United Football Club, 2,500 athletes, 900 volunteers, it's a real showcase for huge, really.
Now, we can't let you go without talking about something else which is huge, which is, of course, the gap left by Downton Abbey